Well, today I've decided to start a new series known as The Worst Series. A series where I talk about the movies that I think are the worst ever. I'll be taking suggestions from the comments on Patreon. As long as you can get this movie for free on Disney Plus, Netflix, or Amazon Prime, you can suggest it. If you are a patron at the Disney tier, you'll get the best chance of your suggestion getting picked. You also get access to plenty of other content, but I'm not a walking ad for mine on Patreon. While there are a whole load of bad live action movies, I'm only going to be talking about the worst animated movies because, it's the name of my channel. You can check if you want. Animation Review. I decided to firstly talk about the worst in animation. Hi, my name is Animation Review, and today we're going to be talking about the Emoji Movie. The movie starts off with space. That part was nice. It was miles away from the planet that contains the people that made this movie a thing. Then they come down to Earth, but an Earth where everyone looks like they're wearing eyeliner? Is that what that is? It looks weird for a character design, but these are generic stereotype character designs, so oh well. This is where the voice of Jean starts saying that kids don't ever type words, and well, okay, this is when the movie starts becoming pixels. Pretending to be on the kid side with the argument, but actually completely against it. They find out that Alex likes a girl and is stressed out about a single text from her. And so he's told by a friend, see his face? I challenge you to remember it in 20 minutes' time. To send an emoji. Then we head into the phone and find out that TJ Miller is a meh emoji called Jean. But then they find out that Jean doesn't do one emoji, but lots of different ones, and this makes him a freak in the town. Oh, the horror. But thankfully they do let you know about the quality of the comedy up front.
Monkey business.
Yeah, that's about it. Then they show us the world and how exciting. We get to see how this world works and... What's this doing here? What are the rules of the emojis? This world is about to explain as cars, but never mind that. This movie clearly wanted to prioritize other things. Like the story? Maybe? Please? Okay, Jean then laughs at the farting elephant. And the laughing crying emoji then naturally wonders where his sense of humour went because that joke is terrible. And so he calls Jean a freak. Jean was basically Emmett, except this was almost the exact opposite. Emmett was too normal to the point of being abnormal, but Jean's abnormal. Everyone's made this comparison, though. Anyway, they go to Jean's parents who don't believe in him. There's a poop joke, then My Will to Live says that he's had enough and leaves, and then Jean messes up, and side note, what message did Addie give to Alex that prompted a mare emoji? Unusual emoji to use, but anyway. Jean messes up, gets called a malfunction, and meets High Five, the most annoying animated character since Hunchback of Notre Dame Gargoyle. Nope, scratch that. He's worse. They meet Jailbreak.
Great emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
I'm in this movie. Either way, they find Jailbreak and go to Candy Crush. Game tutorial, product placement, and an Awful Force reference, and back to the villain and the parents of Jean. They decide to find Jean, and Smiley decides to go follow the parents of Jean. Oh yeah, Smiley. She does nothing the entire movie. She's really bland and is basically a less likable version of Sykes, trying to run an establishment while this twit messes everything up. Jean is basically a worse version of Oscar. Yes, I said that sentence. A worse version of Oscar. I somehow came to the conclusion that there is a worse version of Oscar, the Will Smith fish. Then the emojis go to the Just Dance app, and they go across half the room before High Five realizes that it's product placement time and turns on the product placement machine. And then he makes one of the very, very few jokes that didn't make me groan for 30 minutes.
What? I'm a hand! It's a big red button!
It's not that good, it's not very original, but it didn't make me groan, so it gets points for that, I guess. Either way, bad jokes, product placement, and one awful extended scene later, High Five gets dragged into the phone's bin where he should be deleted forever so the world can rejoice. But Gene, like the arse that he is, decides that he should save High Five. They save High Five, nearly die, and go to Dropbox. The screenwriters then decide, hey, you know how we weren't trying at all on hiding the product placement before? Yes, let's try even less hard this time. If that's possible, then yeah, great. The Dropbox scene is one of the worst scenes in animation history. It's nothing but blatant product placement trying to cash in on animation. And while I don't blame somebody for wanting money, and I want money, please support my Patreon link down below. I do believe there should be some artistic integrity behind it. But Jean comes back from the phone, from getting wiped, and they save the day. This movie could have worked. At the start, with Jean saying that kids have really low attention spans, that could have been the start of some really good character growth. What if Jean screwed up at the start, then hears about the hacker, goes to her, where they go through games that don't actually exist instead of the awful product placement? Well, back at HQ, people realise that they need Jean because Alex says now that he has to talk to the girl because there isn't a single emoji to show how he feels. So they try and get Jean back, for Alex to see this multi-emotion emoji and just decide that talking to her is better. Where she goes to talk to Addy and they build a relationship on that. And when Alex leaves the store or wherever he goes instead of the phone repair shop, with him walking away smiling, the footage is voiceovered with Jean saying that kids may seem to have low attention spans, but sometimes they could be truly great human beings. Or something like that. Do I look like a screenwriter to you? But either way, my name is Animation Review. That was the Emoji Movie Review Part 1. Come back for Part 2 where I talk about the movie instead of the adverts that come before the movie. I hope you enjoyed and I bid you good night.